Every shadow holds a story. Every story hides a haunting truth. If it chills, bewilders, or keeps you up at night, you'll find it here. Step into the darkness with us and dare to listen to the Ghost Encounters podcast. Welcome back, all you spooky people, to the Ghost Encounters podcast. I am paranormal investigator Justin Torok.
We're missing Jordan, the group scientist, but I'm Hannah, your death-obsessed bestie.
It really does not feel right without Jordan.
I know,
here.
I'm like, this is fucked up.
This is really weird. We have way more space than we need. It's not weird. It's so weird to have her not say her intro. It's very awkward, and I don't like it. Jordan, you have to be here every single time. The reason she's not here is because she is sick, unfortunately. There's a lot of shit going around.
Oh my god.
Half my family's sick, but Jordan, please feel better. And you have to, actually, you know what? You have to feel better because you have to be on the next podcast because this is too weird.
It's required.
It is required. We can't do any other podcast with just me and Hannah. I mean, I love you.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. It's just...
It's great. It's
the trio's not together.
I know.
You know?
It just feels wrong.
Yeah, it does feel wrong. Jordan, I know you're listening. We love you so much. And it's just weird. But yeah. I guess we just get right into it.
I guess.
Yeah?
I mean, I don't know. I wanted to say before we started this, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and this is probably, maybe I should I don't know, we got an ad later, so maybe I should segue it in. I just gotta say it or I'm gonna forget.
Do it.
Okay, so I was thinking about Mark and Carrie and Sleepy Cat because I met this woman from Arizona. And she was like, oh, this is my cat. I found him on the streets in Phoenix. And I was like, oh, I know other people. Phoenix wasn't his name. His name was Buddy. So shout out to Buddy and his very nice lady. But I was like, oh yeah, Mark and Carrie's cat, Phoenix. And then I told her the story and I was like, the cat ghosts, the haunted winery, Mark and Carrie are great. And she was like, who did I just fucking let into my house?
Well, I guess shout out to also Phoenix.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
May he rest in peace.
Yes, and shout out to Mark and Carrie, who are awesome, and they have a brand new location at Sleepy Cat in the Pumpertown Public Market. So
that's crazy.
If you're up that way and listening, go have their wine because it's the best.
It's
it really
great.
is. Yeah.
Endorsed by Dave.
But on this podcast episode, we're not in Palmerton. We are headed to Japan, into a world where folklore blurs the line between the terrifying, the tragic, and the downright bizarre. Yokai are not your typical spirits. Some emerge from forgotten objects left to decay. Some exist only to unsettle, confuse, or disturb those who come across their path. And others are far darker. Manifestations of war, suffering, and souls that have been denied peace. And before you say anything...
Okay.
The two that you picked, the two yokai, there's so many yokai. They're so awesome. I have this book called Yokai Attack, and thank you, Tommy. I love you, Tommy. He got me that book. He got me a bunch of books that I've used. But, Hannah, the two yokai that you picked, I was not shocked.
You should not be.
But you picked one that was weird and cute, it's an object, and then you picked another one that is just downright bizarre and bodily fucked up.
I initially I didn't mean to pick two because I didn't want to be an asshole, and then you'll get it later.
You will get it later. Yes, one of her yokai involves
the asshole, the noble asshole. But I wasn't meant to do two, and I kind of did, and here we
I expected it. Yeah, it's completely fine.
I couldn't, because I couldn't make up my mind. And then you showed me the book, and then it was even harder, because there were so many cool ones that I didn't fucking know what they were.
There's a lot.
Yeah, and there's the one that's a wall that walks around, and there's the one that eats red beans, and I just think beans are the fucking pinnacle of humor, because my brain is broken. And then there was the one that, licks the nasty ring off the bathtub after you've had a bath. And I'm like, what kind of fucked up salt shit is this?
There are so many weird yokai, but it's done so well that it becomes like some of these are more terrifying and bizarre than stuff that we have ever come up with here in America.
Yeah, yokai are
and these are things that have been thought up thousands of years ago because they've been just embedded into their culture. Tommy wanted me to do the one that's like, I think it's a turtle with a cup on its head, built into its head, that's filled with water, and if the water spills out, it dies, but it also, like, you know, sexually attacks men. But I didn't pick that one.
Yeah, I mean, we need maybe a little less rape.
Yeah. I'm going to say, let's only have that word on the podcast one time. And we say no to that word.
Okay, we're going to
say no to that word.
No sexual assault.
Okay, all right.
We can cut that if you want to. We don't have to say that ever at all. We can say maybe we'll just bleep it out. Yeah,
but
that's okay.
Let's take a quick break, and when we get back, Hannah, you're up first with your 2 yokai, and I cannot wait. Stay tuned.
I'm already sorry.
And we are back. Hannah, I cannot wait for you to get this started.
Okay, so I kept it light because I was like...
Light?
Yeah! For me, this is light.
I mean...
They're both silly.
I mean, amount, but the second one...
I mean, okay.
It's not super light, the description of the second one. Let's just say that.
Okay. I'm sorry, I was an asshole, and I did too. But I had this dilemma where, like, the one that I did is my actual favorite yokai, and then I saw this other gloriously nasty little motherfucker, and I had to look it up, and then I got interested, and then I wrote it down for the podcast, and here we are, and I was like, I don't know, maybe you can use it for, like, a Patreon in case you gotta, like, I don't know.
We're just gonna include it all in. You know what? I feel like this episode is gonna be a little bit shorter because Jordan's not here. Again, Jordan, we love you. You have to be here because this is very different. And I don't like it. You have to be here.
I'm a creature of habit.
It's got to be the 3 of us.
Yeah.
The 3 of us are Ghost Encounters. Yeah. So
ride
feel
or
better.
die. Ride or die. Okay. The second one, like the first one's a good one, and it's very unserious, and the second one's a little extra spicy. Not in a sexy way, just in a, I'm going to say the word asshole a lot.
There was a section in that book, like they broke the yokai down into different things, like objects and things like that, and there was a section for, like, sexy.
Sexy yokai?
Yeah.
Like...
But that's for another time, because
we'll
there's so
get
many of these
that
we could have
millions and
like 20 episodes of these.
Yeah, dude. So my actual favorite yokai that I did first is the Kasa Obuke. I had to look up... Well, okay, before I get to that, the Kasa Obuke is... it belongs kind of under this larger term. It is one of these things. A Kasa Obuke is a thing called a Tsukumogami. And I had to look up a translation for Tsukumogami, which it's not very tidy, but it's either tool spirits, object spirits, or household item gods.
Correct.
But said with humor, which I think is honestly really funny, because it's like, oh, look, you know, grandma's teapot has developed an attitude.
Right.
Basically, a Tsukumogami is an everyday object that has been around for 100 years and has gained a spirit, personality, and mobility. The Kasa Obuke... let me backtrack a little bit. Basically, a Tsukumogami is an example of moral storytelling. If you ignore your stuff for long enough, it will grow legs and it will seek attention. Some of the yokai have, like, really dark backstories previously discussed, and they're very scary and will kill you, but a Tsukumogami is not really that type of yokai. They are mischievous, playful, and sometimes petty, but they are rarely murderous. Mostly they're just exacting the attention that they did not get in their pre-sentience days. The one that I did, my favorite boy, is the Kasa Obuke. It is an umbrella-specific example of a Tsukumogami. Basically, basically all Kasa Obuke are Tsukumogami, but not all Tsukumogami are Kasa Obuke. And if that's like, are you confused yet if you're a non-Japanese speaker? Because if, you know, I would be confused if I was not just marinating in this. But the Kasa Obuke, literally the words mean what it is. It literally just means umbrella ghost. The Kasa Obuke, plural, also Kasa Obuke, is a paper umbrella that has been hanging around for so long that it has gained sentience. Typically, it is depicted with a long, curly tongue. It's like a paper umbrella, you know, with a long, curly tongue, a single eyeball, and the Kasa Obuke, like, hilariously hops around on just one single human foot, which is often wearing a sandal.
So, like the hook of the umbrella is now the foot,
instead of the handle,
and it's just hopping.
Yeah, he just goes, man.
Maybe I'll just take a picture from the books and because the book illustrations are so good.
Oh, they're great.
Maybe I'll put those in the podcast.
I would recommend it. He just sort of hops around and startles people and licks things. And he's just like a weird little guy, and I find that very charming in like an icky, spooky way. And I had this whole bit written where I was gonna like bully you into putting an image on the screen where I would put it up. Because pictures are important.
They are.
And especially because we got this fucking visual medium, you know?
Exactly.
We gotta give the viewers something to view.
Other than just our beautiful faces.
But there's like a really funny archival image, like a period image of the Kasa Obuke, and he's very funny and just looks like half a banana with an eyeball stuck on. I'm like, oh, this is so perfect. It could not get any weirder than this, and I fucking love it. But they're super unserious. They're really like, it's not going to kill you. It's really not even going to bother you. It might just like scrape around in a closet, and then like if you open it up, it'll like start licking your ankles. But it's typically included in like illustrated scrolls, children's stories, light horror collections, and humorous yokai encyclopedias,
right,
like Justin has,
yep,
that still are printed to this day. And people talk about him on shit like this like a podcast. It's old-timey podcast fodder. And so really he doesn't have like, it's just you leave your umbrella around and it starts like...
Right. You left them in the closet, you got a new umbrella, the old one's just sitting there, and now it's become this thing.
It's become a creature.
Yeah.
It's become a weird little guy that's going to hop around your house in a sandal. When I see them in illustrations, it occurs to me that I only ever see them with like the umbrella part closed.
Yeah, I never see it opened.
And right, I'm like, what's under the umbrella? You know, is it like a little guy under there? Would because it's got a leg, you know, there's like a thigh, a knee, a calf, and the foot.
But the mouth and the umbrella and the mouth and the eyeball is always on the outer part of the umbrella. So if you open it up, would then the eye be looking
upward,
or would it just go through the fabric? Like I don't know.
Would he? If there's right, so I'm still not over. Like the leg goes up, right? Is he wearing pants under there? Would he need to wear pants under there? Like, do I want to know? Because I kind of do.
I find it hilarious that the concern out of a umbrella that has now come to life and is habited by a spirit, we're concerned about these things.
Is he wearing pants under
we don't care about the whole fact that an umbrella just turned into a spirit and now has human features. No, we're concerned about like the very specific details.
Are you wearing pants under there, sir? Or ma'am?
Or ma'am.
I also have this kind of like that scene in Jurassic Park with that dinosaur before it like eats that guy? It's like the frilled lizard kind of thing. I don't know what kind of dinosaur.
The Dilophosaurus.
Sure.
Dilophosaurus, sorry. Wow.
And
Dilophosaurus.
And it has its big frilled lizard ruff and it like bursts out of the guy. What if the Tsukumogami was like that? You know,
Oh,
like it
that'd be
could be
cool.
kind of threatening. You know,
Yeah.
like you open up your closet for your umbrella, and he's like, "Surprise, bitch!
And we know open umbrellas indoors is bad luck.
It's bad for you."
Right? We talked about in that one podcast episode where we talked about superstitions.
Mm-hmm. So
There we go.
Yeah.
He's bringing you bad luck.
it's yeah. I as far as these things go, if you've ignored him, your son that lives in your closet, honestly, I just I'll pack bond with anything, dude. Like I would, if something in my life became sentient that had not previously been sentient,
You would bond with it.
I would. He'd be my
Yes.
son. I already have a dog. Oh my god, Wes would be like, absolutely the fuck not. He will bite anybody. My dog.
Wes would not like the umbrella.
No casa obuke.
In case anyone's wondering what that clinking sound is, I am drinking whiskey.
Justin's having a drink. A little drinky poo. I just have coffee. I'm very tired.
We did do some shots, though.
We did. Oh, I
did.
forgot about the show. Yeah, no, back to the Casa Obuke. Imagine being chased by him, because I feel like
The hopping is what's getting to me. That 1 foot that's, the umbrella handle that's now become a foot. Yeah.
there's other iterations of Tsukumogami too.
Mm-hmm.
There's another well-known one that I think in your book is on the page with the Casa Obuke, which is like a lantern.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
is
that's
also
a very, very famous one, yeah.
Yeah, it's got also a large mouth and also a single eyeball. And I don't know if it hops around though.
I'm not sure, but if you
It might
start looking up some yokai and some of these specific ones that have been objects, the illustrations are very cool. They're very cool to think about. It's done very well, and I just think they're just very cool to look at and look up.
Yeah, and I get into it a little bit more with my second guy. You want me to talk about the second guy?
You might as well just get right into it. Go ahead. Get right into it. I know everyone's been waiting.
Okay.
What is this thing?
I had a segue written because in my brain, we had the Casa Obuke hopping around, and he's got his umbrella bit right, and then he takes it up and he's nude underneath.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is I would be threatened by that. Just while we're honest, something's hopping toward me and then boom, it's a naked man. No, thank you. Terrifying. Terrifying. Which,
Speaking of,
that segues perfectly into my other guy. Because the other guy, I was going through Justin's book and I saw this thing and I was like, this is a guy with an eyeball where his asshole should be. And that is next level fascinating.
yeah, I mean, basically it's not even a full guy,
No?
isn't it?
No, he's like a regular guy. He looks like a normal guy on the top. Okay, let me get into
The
it.
picture
Let me-
that I was looking at, which if you look at pictures, I pretty much just saw.
Justin saw it and was like, no thank you. And I was like, my child. This means something to me. It's because it's sick. Because we broke him. We broke Justin.
Oh, your child. Basically, the image that I saw, it just looks like maybe he's hunched over or something, but you basically just see an ass, legs, and an eyeball where the asshole should be. And I wonder how many people we're gonna fucking lose listening after saying that sentence. I cannot believe I said that sentence.
Well,
But like I said, I am not surprised. I wasn't surprised at all when I saw the two that Hannah looked up and is talking about.
Yeah.
Was not surprised. So, you know what? I did not read this story. I just saw the image. Let's hear about it.
okay, I did read the story, and I was gonna bully you into putting that image on screen, but I feel
I'm gonna put an image on every single one of these on screen.
Yes!
Of course.
Because I was like, are the YouTube nuns gonna block us?
You know what? If anyone's watching and listening, you know what? You're here for the ride. You might as well see the ride.
Yeah,
Right.
I already said the F.
Our descriptors
Sorry.
are one thing, but seeing the images themselves are another thing. Grab a drink and
Settle in.
Have fun with
because
us.
We're gonna talk about some eyeballs and some assholes. I feel like, and you know what? Maybe YouTube is going to show up at our houses and break our kneecaps. I will take this risk. But then, that said, it's like we're not showing an asshole on screen.
No, it's an eyeball.
Yeah.
And it's just an illustration.
Yeah. And there's 4 eyeballs on this screen right now.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, like, what's one more eyeball, guys? So this thing, the asshole eyeball guy he's properly called the Shirime. And the word Shirime literally breaks down into Shiri, ass, and Mei, eye. So, like, it's another thing that's just called exactly what it is. Asshole eyeball. No notes.
The names for most of the yokai are very literal.
Yeah.
I know Jordan's mom, Melissa, I know she's listening, and I know she is probably laughing her ass off right now to the point where she has to pause the podcast because she's probably almost pissed me herself.
How many people can I make pee their pants today? Everyone is a small victory.
The limit does not exist.
No. But Japan said what they said, and they did not look back.
Sure.
The Shirime is a yokai that does one thing, and one thing only. It appears, typically at night, as a regular, ordinary human man. It will select a fellow outdoor nighttime traveler, politely getting their attention. And then it will turn around, drop its pants, and reveal one huge staring eyeball where his asshole should be. And then he leaves. Like,
he's a butthole eyeball flasher.
Yeah. He's just like a serial mooner with, like...
He just wants to look at you with his other eyeball and then run away.
Yeah, he's just got the downstairs eyeball problem.
Oh my god, downstairs eyeball problem. Jordan, where are you to keep us in check? Because...
I'm sorry.
This has gone off the rails.
Yeah, dude, this is weirdest episode to date. I did this. Maybe... I think Justin did a spooky one. I hope Justin actually did.
I did the morbid, angry, it will kill you one. Yeah, so stay tuned for that one if that's what you're interested in.
Yeah, it gets either better or worse depending on your perspective.
True.
But the Shirime just moons you with his eyeball and leaves. It does not hurt you unless you count like the psychic damage dealt you by seeing an eyeball where an asshole should be. But you're not cursed. There's no moral lesson. There's no deeper meaning. Like with the Tsukumogami and the Kasa Obuke, at least there's like, hey, take care of your things or they'll fucking haunt you, man. Like,
I'm assuming it's a brown eye.
But it could be. Maybe there's variation. I don't know. That said, I feel like I've seen enough pictures on the internet of this thing that I should know. I just fucking don't. But
I can't wait for our viewers to see her because I'm going to put pictures of it up as you're talking about it.
Yeah, it's important for you to know.
Yes.
This is culture, you guys.
If we got flashed by the asshole eyeball, so will you know.
It's like a bunch of times. But there's no moral to the Shirime. There's no moral to what he is. There's no moral to what he does. It is the Edo period version of it's just a prank, bro.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's just a prank. And why does this exist, you ask? The general consensus is that people just thought it was funny, and then they committed to this weird running bit, and then it was published, and it never died because it's funny. Because buttholes are funny.
No matter what culture you're in.
Yeah, that's it.
Buttholes are funny. We
all got a butthole. But during the Edo period, basically this is the Shirime is traced all the way back to the Edo period where he was featured. This creature was featured in a lot of like yokai anthologies or encyclopedias. And I didn't know anything about the Edo period because I was like, how ancient is this sense of
ancient?
humor?
We're talking thousands of years.
Not the Edo period, though, because I looked it up. During the Edo period...
Or hundreds of years, I should say.
There you go.
Hundreds of years. Not thousands of years, hundreds of years.
The Edo period was 1603 to 1868, and I learned this for context because I don't know fucking anything about Japan, and I was like, I have to know more. or I will be disrespectful. But if you want to picture the Edo period, the context is that Shakespeare was alive right before it started. The American Revolution happens during the Edo period, and the Victorian England happens right after. So it's a lot of time.
That's a good way to put it for American people, I think.
Yeah. You know, because I don't know any dates.
That's a good way to, for references.
Yeah. I'm trying.
That's good.
We're trying. This is a semi-educational bit when I talk about this guy who's got an eyeball for his asshole. We learned. But during the Edo period, there was a major interest in pop culture, and a lot of people, like just regular people, could read. So there were a lot of different books of ghost stories and yokai encyclopedias, and they were all really popular. So artists would invent, kind of just for funsies, they would invent increasingly bizarre yokai. It just cuz. Like, you're an artist and you can make fucking anything, so like, why not?
But like, literally early 1600s and someone thought of that? That's awesome. I think that's awesome.
It's filthy. It makes me think of like, oh no, okay. So like, Mozart?
Yeah, of course.
So this is not related to yokai at all. This is just like...
How is Mozart fitting into this?
By butthole humor. Because Mozart used to write like songs and like letters to women where he would just talk about like buttholes and make butt jokes and fart jokes.
You would know that fact. You would know that fact.
I do know that fact. Everybody in the 1600s was a weird pervert, and that's...
Yeah, you know what? I do, yeah. Now that you say that, like, thinking, yeah.
Yeah,
you're pretty much right.
Yeah. But, like, dude, buttholes are always funny. Butt humor is always funny. That's just it. But, yeah, yokai encyclopedias. We're gonna get off Mozart. It's too weird. Too unrelated. Bizarre yokai encyclopedias were out, and we are still doing it to this day. So, like, it was just meant to be kind of spooky and silly in a way to read something and pass the time.
But again, not shocked that
you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. You give me a weird little guy, and I gotta get into it.
Yep.
I love yokai. I think they're so interesting.
They are. And I mean, those, like, the cute, funny ones are like that.
They're cute and fun.
But then you got the ones that are dark and dreary and will kill you instantly, like the one that I'm about to do.
Yeah. It's basically, I guess if you want to try really hard to extract a moral from the shirime, I guess you could be like, well, nothing really means anything. And it doesn't have to mean anything. There you go. That's less bleak. That's not so bleak. It doesn't have to mean anything.
I think like the umbrella ones, where the neglected items become this thing. I think it's more about, like, don't have too much stuff. Don't be greedy.
Yeah. Or like
if you already have something that works and is good, don't buy a new thing.
Yeah. Just like be grateful for your stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially back in the day, like you couldn't order like 6 of them for $2 on Amazon.
Exactly. But there's nothing I can say for morals with the butthole eyeball.
Yeah, no, there is no moral. It's just funny. It's just funny and people are weird. And I like that as the moral. I like that as the moral.
Well, there we go.
Issue.
All right.
Okay.
Well, on that note, I hope you are still listening or watching. And if you are, we're going to take a quick break. And when we get back, we're going to get into a very dark, dreary, terrifying yokai. So stay tuned.
This is what you're here for.
And we are back. We are going to get away from the butthole eyeball and the funny ones to go into a very, very dark, very popular, very well-known yokai.
This is the actual culture.
Yes. I mean, it's all actual culture, but this is the actual terrifying yokai.
This is what you've come
and I am doing the Odokuro. Right here in this picture, there's a very famous painting. I'm going to talk about that in my segment, but you can see what he looks like right here. Among Japan's vast, terrifying encyclopedia of yokai, few are as visually arresting or as deeply tragic as the Odokuro. It's a skeletal towering skeletal born from human suffering. The Odokuro is not merely a monster. It's a manifestation of mass death, neglect, unsolved rage, and a walking battlefield made of bones.
That's metal as fuck, dude.
I knew you were going to say that. I'm thinking like, Hannah's either going to say this is rad or metal as fuck. I was right.
I started to repeat myself. This can only end in tears. Continue. No, this one's really cool. I remember being on the internet during like early days of the internet.
The early internet days.
Yeah, like during my anime phase in my misspent youth. And people would post this actual identical piece of art, except when
very famous.
Yeah, when I saw it, they called it like the unagi or something, and I'm like,
that means eel.
I'm like, yeah, which I know as an adult, but I spent like several years thinking of this thing as an unagi, which is like just not correct.
That is actually not correct.
So don't think that it's called something different.
But you can see it here. At its most basic description, the Odokuro is a giant human skeleton, sometimes dozens or even hundreds of feet tall. But to describe it, that simply does not give this legend it deserves. This is not the skeleton of one person. In many tellings, it's a colossal combination formed from the bones of countless dead who were left behind, unburied, unmourned, and forgotten. It's literally there's no telling how big it's going to be or is, but it is a giant skeleton formed of dozens or hundreds or thousands of human remains.
The literal manifestation of human loss, where the size is directly correlated with the loss.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That was it. After
Just
I
kiss.
talked about the eyeball button.
The Odokuro is said to appear in places where large numbers of people have died violently. Battlefields, sites of massacres, famine, plague-ravaged zones, or bodies left to rot without ceremony, basically souls that have been denied peace.
Mm-hmm. It's like a very, historically common view of a ghost. You know, it's almost
but instead of
it's
a
not
ghost,
quite unfinished business. It's
unrest, no peace, tragedy. But instead of a ghost, you literally have this giant, towering skeleton made of all the bones of those people.
Man, that's so funny.
Which is so cool. I mean, you can see it in the picture here.
It's so sad.
It is, but it is, like you said, metal as fuck.
Yeah, it kind of makes you think, you know, especially like because it isn't just like a wartime thing, that they include plagues, massacres, famines, stuff like that. It's not just like a walking battlefield. It's it's grief and loss.
Yeah. And when enough of these neglected dead accumulate, legend says their shared emotions, rage, sorrow, hunger, resentment, confuse together spontaneously, animating this scattered bones into this single entity. The Odokuro, in essence, is a collective ghost animated not by magic spells or curses, but by overwhelming emotion. In earlier folktales, the Odokuro, sometimes described as simply oversized skeletons, perhaps the restless spirits of... It's not the restless spirits of a giant, like we said. It's not a single thing. It's not a giant. It's literally dozens, hundreds of bones collectively together to make this giant skeleton. This towering, fucking just insane looking thing fused together. Imagine seeing a 150-foot tall skeleton alive, moving. I mean, I know people have, those 12-foot skeletons get from Home Depot and stuff, but imagine one that's 150-foot tall, made of real human bones. Terrifying. Like, that is something more terrifying than anything we've ever thought of like it's more terrifying than Jason or Freddy or any of those things, you know?
Yeah,
like
this ain't your slasher.
To me, like anyone who knows me knows I love skulls and skeletons, so I knew I had to talk about this yokai.
Mm-hmm.
Now, despite its size, the Odokuro is terrifyingly fast. Witnesses describe its sprinting on two legs or even dropping on all fours to gain speed as it hunts.
Dude, I would fucking throw up. I would throw up.
Obviously, its movements are unnatural. You hear the bones clattering together as it's either running on two legs or running on all fours. And its eye sockets glowing faintly as it locks onto its prey. And it does hunt. The Odokuro is driven by a singular purpose: to feed. Now let's talk about the attack of the Odokuro. When it encounters a living person, it does not kill out of malice, it consumes out of necessity. The creature is said to devour flesh first, stripping skin, muscles, and organs from the body with horrifying efficiency. Once the skeleton remains, those bones are then absorbed directly into the Odokuro's form, increasing its size and strength. So its size first depends on where it's coming from, a battlefield, a massacre, whatever. But then, as it hunts, it grows bigger and bigger and bigger as it strips all the flesh and meats and organs from the bones, consuming it, and then taking the bones for itself to make itself bigger and taller and stronger.
So it doesn't like eat the skin and the organs and shit at all. It just wants you for your bones.
Pretty much.
Okay, because I was like, you were talking about prey, and I'm like, oh, well, if it's a skeleton, where does it put the stuff that it eats?
We have a lot of questions about yokai that I don't think we're going to be able to answer.
No, these aren't in the yokai books.
But some legends claim that you can hear whispering or wailing echoes within the creature. Thousands of voices layered atop another, lamenting their deaths or calling for vengeance.
What am I thinking of? That's like associated.
I don't know,
something.
but I'm just saying that this is probably like the most horrifying thing that anyone could ever think of. Not only is this thing a massive, gigantic skeleton made from actual human bones to form what looks like one skeleton, you hear the bones clanking and clacking. It wants to hunt, it wants to feed, but now you're hearing the screams and the wails and cries of all the people that makes up its being.
That's the last thing you hear before it fucking gets you.
Probably. Yeah, for sure.
It's, you know what it reminds me of? Sometimes when you see, like, depictions of hell, there are, like, gates of hell that are made of, like, human flesh that's just, like, kind of writhing and in pain.
Yep.
Or, like, specifically, I guess if you want a fucking 90s kid visual, the Sleepy Hollow, the Johnny Depp one.
Yes.
Which I love. I'm not here to
great.
shit on it.
It's
I
great.
love it. Fuck me.
It's great. Yes, Tim Burton.
Yeah. But there's like, isn't it when he opens like the portal to hell or whatever, he like unzips a tree and there's like, writhing, screaming flesh inside it?
Yeah,
Is that what I'm thinking of?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I admit it's been a while.
It has been a while.
That's what's pinging in my brain. It's like this thing's made of a bunch of dead people, like that shit in Sleepy Hollow. But this is, admittedly, I think this is a little bit more elegant and a little bit more poignant.
Yes. But now, the question is, can you survive this encounter if you come across an Odokuro? Obviously, the folklore is very clear. You cannot defeat it in direct combat. Weapons are useless. Even if you manage to shatter a limb, I mean, the bones simply just...
Yeah.
They can replace more bones. It's made of all bones,
It's like you're not going to hurt it. It doesn't feel anything.
I guess survival depends on endurance, timing, and concealment. The Odokuro is not an entity. It only manifests at night. It's a nocturnal entity. It only manifests at night. It is said to vanish at sunrise, dispersing back into just scattered bones as daylight breaks. So basically, as soon as daylight breaks, this thing just crumbles back into just a big-ass pile of bones. But hiding isn't simple. The Odokuro possesses the ability to partially disassemble its own body, removing limbs or ribs to attach into tight spaces, caves, crawl spaces, narrow shelters, offering no guarantee of safety if you go into someplace small. The legend warns that even if its massive skull cannot fit, its fingers may even detach, or arms might still find you. Yeah. So it can still just, break off its arm and crawl and try to find you. So basically, you literally just have to outrun it until daybreak. So good luck if you ever encounter one.
That's honestly easier. Did you see the new iteration of Nosferatu?
I did not yet. It's on my list. I know it's on my list.
Okay.
I want to see it. I know there's Vampire Dong.
There is. I mean, it's not like fun Vampire Dong. I mean, some people like it. I'm not going to shit on those people. That shit's not cool. Yeah, I thought it was super gross. Maybe it might just be a me thing. I don't know. But you should watch it and then take notes and come back and tell me if you get what I was talking about, because I'm not going to spoil it for you if you plan on seeing it. Definitely do see it, though. I recommend it, even though it was like mad gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I definitely want to see it. I just have not yet.
Oh my God. CJ and I went to see that in theaters, and then we fought over it for like a week. We argued about that shit for a solid week. I was like, did we even watch the same movie, dude? What movie were you watching? But again, contains spoilers. So just see the movie. I like this one though. I like the Odokuro. I don't know if I can base this in any actual fact and not just me inventing shit with vibes. And I am not somebody who is super knowledgeable about Japanese culture. However, I have been told that in Japan, there's sort of more of an, what's the word I'm looking for? An emphasis on the collective as opposed to the individual. And I feel like the Odokuro is kind of an example of this, where you've got this sort of large collective of human loss as opposed to just one regular chain clanking Western ghost with unfinished business. So you still get the sort of commonality of unfinished business and the grief of a life cut short, but this is kind of a altogether thing.
Yeah.
That's my hot take there.
Now, there is a story that they think could be the origin of this being. One of the most famous stories associated with the... sorry, 1 second. Just lost my spot.
Odokuro's Revenge, a legendary origin.
Yeah. This involves a rebellious warlord. Now, Tommy, thank you for helping me with pronunciation. I'm going to try my best, because you roasted me on the last episode where I did terrible pronunciation.
Oof.
I'm just like
deep breath before you
I know he's going to roast me again.
I can't even laugh. I mangle everything.
Taira no Kiyomori.
There you go.
Boom. I did it. Now you can't roast me, Tommy, but I know I'm going to mess it up again. Anyway. This comes from 10th century Japan. Masakado led a group against the imperial court. Declaring himself ruler of the eastern provinces, his rebellion failed.
Nice.
He was captured, beheaded, dismembered, and his head was publicly displayed for months as a warning to others. But legends claimed that his head truly never died. Witnesses reported that it continued to see, grimace, and even laugh while on display. Eventually, the severed head is said to have flown away, searching for its body.
That's pretty funny.
Masakado's daughter, devastated and enraged by the treatment of her father's remains, prayed to the specific shrine in Kyoto, a shrine long associated with curses and supernatural power. Her prayers were not for peace, but for revenge.
Girl, get 'em.
According to the legend, Her fury, combined with her father's restless spirit, gained her supernatural abilities. Using these powers, she summoned an Odokoro, to attack the imperial court.
Oh, that's so
This
cool.
moment is immortalized in one of the most famous works of Japanese art, which you can see right here.
Oh, it's that. That's
Yes.
great. I love that. I never knew the fucking
Yes.
story.
So Kuniyoshi is the one who made this. In the 19th century, this famous woodblock print by Kuniyoshi called Mitsukuni Minamoto. Hold on one second. Called Mutsukuni Defying the Skeleton Spectre. The image depicts a colossal skeleton looming over a pair of samurai, its skull filling the frame, its empty eye sockets glowing with menace. The single artwork became the foundation for nearly all modern depictions of the Odokuro. As you can see it here, we bought this, Tommy and I bought this print when we were in Japan. This is still done from woodblock printing. Which is so cool. I think the one we gave you was also done from woodblock printing. We got it from the same vendor that was doing these. But this is the most famous art depiction of the Odokuro.
Can I look at that? I know it's kind of like hiding our skull guy, and now we're gonna have to put it back, and that's gonna be an ass pain.
You can see how large the skeleton is compared to the samurai and the other people.
I have to look over my glasses because I'm old. Oh yeah, and there she is with the scroll.
Yeah, and the scene shows General Minamoto standing his ground, staring directly into the monster's eyes. According to the story, Odokuro's gaze followed his every movement, but Mitsukuni did not flinch. Eventually, the skeleton dissipated without a trace, defeated not by force, but unyielding resolve. Now, it should be said very clearly, this method of just staring down the Odokuro is not recommended.
Yeah, you gotta be like the baddest.
This guy's like an exemption. But yeah, so that's what happened. That's the story. That's kind of like the first account of the Odokuro. It's depicted in this very famous woodblock print, which is very cool.
Yeah,
so I know you've seen this picture before, and now
yeah.
you know kind of the story behind it.
Yeah, which makes it like 5 or 6 times better, because what is more noble than a quest to raise a giant fucking skeleton to
avenge your father? Yeah, that's so cool.
I could only hope to aspire to such levels of greatness if I were to have to avenge Dave. Sorry, Dad. Oh, that's really cool. I really like that. You picked the fucking good one. I just picked like a bunch of I did like a weird bit.
Yeah, but but this shows the mix of different yokai that there are. Like you have these terrifying ones like the Odokuro, and you have the fun and funny
like
ones
the silly weird
you
little,
have. You know?
Popping umbrella and or butthole eyeball.
Now there's another chilling account. It appears in the 14th century epic, The Tale of the Heike. In the mid 1100s, the brutal shogun Kiyomori awoke one morning to find his garden filled with human skulls. When he summoned his retainers, the skulls began to move, assembling themselves into a massive skeleton said to tower over 150 feet tall. The Odokuro's eye sockets closed as it fixed its gaze onto Kiyomori. Despite the overwhelming terror of the movement, the general stood his ground, staring back at the monster. Again, like this idea is not the best.
Yeah, you just gotta be one really hard son of a bitch.
Yeah.
If you.
Yeah, definitely.
I am nowhere near scary enough to stand up to an Odokuro.
Yeah, whether any of these tales is meant as a warning or a moral lesson or a historical establishment, its message is clear. Odokuro appears where power, violence, and neglect kind of intersect. More than anything, the Odokuro is a symbol. It represents the consequences of war, the cost of forgetting the dead, and the danger of leaving the suffering unresolved. Unlike many yokai born from mischief, curses, the Odokuro exists because humans failed one another. It's not evil for evil's sake. It is hunger. It is grief. It is history refusing to stay buried. And as long as stories of unmarked graves and forgotten victims endure, so too will the legend of the Odokuro.
There it is.
There it is. That's the Odokuro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. It made me feel kind of sad, but...
Some of these yokai are very tragic,
Yeah.
and they have that kind of backstory.
Mhm.
But
Like, I know there are a bunch of, like, Onna yokai that are all very tragic. And I was thinking about doing one of those, and I was like, I don't know. the butthole eyeball guy calls.
oh my god.
I just gotta be unserious for a minute, because...
All right. Well, on that tragic and terrifying gigantic skeleton note, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
If you're loving the Ghost Encounters podcast, be sure to hit subscribe and drop us a 5-star rating. Stay connected with us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Ghost Encounters PA. For haunted merch, head over to ghost-encounters.com and check out the spooky shop for all our exclusive items. Want to unlock the full Ghost Encounters experience? Become a spooky VIP on Patreon. With your membership, you'll get ad-free episodes, early access, discounts on exclusive merch, and bonus content that brings you closer to the mysteries and the macabre that we explore. Ready to join our haunted community and jump into the shadows? Visit patreon.com/Ghost Encounters Podcast and take your place among the VIPs of the paranormal.
Ghost Encounters Podcast is sponsored by Sleepy Cat Urban Winery. Sleepy Cat Urban Winery is a multi-award-winning cat-themed urban winery in the Theater District of Allentown, Pennsylvania. All 30-plus wine varieties available are handcrafted. Whether you enjoy dry, sweet, or fruit wines, there's a wine for every taste. With wine names like Kitty Kisses, Personality, and Mischievous, you can't help but to get immersed into the cat theme. Stop in at either location, Allentown, or their newest location in the Palmerton Public Market for a tasting, a flight of wine, or wine bottles to go. Check out Sleepy Cat Urban Winery on Facebook and Instagram. Looking for a marketing company that's hauntingly effective? Well, Ghost Marketing Company provides expert white label marketing for your business. They bring your brand to life with social media management, eye-catching graphics, targeted ad campaigns, and stunning photography and video production. With Ghost Marketing, you get all the benefits of a marketing team without big agency pricing. It's so good, it's scary. Are you ready to grow your business? Visit ghostmarketingco.com. That's ghostmarketingco.com. And we are back. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. There are so many yokai that we could pick and do episodes on.
I would love to. I love yokai. I would love to do more of these.
There's a lot of them, and we can always do this mix of these fun ones and of these tragic and terrifying ones.
Next time I'll do a sad one. Because I did too. I cheated and I did too, and they were both like...
You didn't cheat.
Sick and weird.
Between the timing between us both, it was exactly the same. Mine is just very famous, so it has a lot more to the story. You know what I mean?
And mine aren't things that anybody's ever actually encountered. There's no, ancient folklore.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's actually encountered, an umbrella with a foot that is now licking people. But maybe people have encountered a flashing butthole and they just thought it was an eye.
Maybe. I feel like if somebody flashed their butthole at me, then I don't think I would... I would never recover. B, I hope that I would hallucinate an eyeball and not have to see a stranger's butthole.
I just don't want to see it blink.
Yeah. The horrors.
If it's one eye, is it a blink or a wink?
I don't know. We'll ask the Shirime. I assume they're capable of speech. He could probably tell us. They have mouths, they have eyes. Yeah, it's like you think it's a normal guy until it isn't.
You think it's a normal butt until it isn't. Jordan, again, you need to be here to pull us back to normalness because we're not normal.
Dude, otherwise we're just going to be talking about butthole.
Which we can do for a very long time.
Yeah.
But that is a very different podcast in itself.
Yeah, that one would get our kneecaps broken by the YouTube nuns.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Yeah.
But thank you all for listening and watching. Share around. I know Jordan is feeling not well, but you know what would make her feel better instantly, and she needs to feel better instantly because we're going to record a podcast very soon. So we need her back to her full health. We know it would make her feel better instantly if we got a string of spooky fan story submissions.
Ooh, that would do it.
That would definitely do it. I know it would.
Instant healing.
Yes.
So
like, if you're listening, watching, send in your spooky fan stories. I don't care what it is. You know, on this podcast, you've been listening for a while. You know we talk about anything. Serial killers, cryptids, ghosts, haunted places, just weird shit. We do it. We talk about it.
Yeah.
We love it.
Yeah. Send us some alien stories. Send us the time that your uncle saw Bigfoot. Like, just tell us some weird stuff.
Yeah, ask.
Like,
you know what? If you haven't encountered something yourself, what about your local town or city? Does it have a local folklore or tale that we probably don't know about?
That's good. That's a good one.
If not that, I mean, ghosts. I mean, almost everyone has seen ghosts. Ask your parents, your brother, your sister, your cousins, your uncle twice removed. Ask them, have they encountered a ghost, and would they be willing to share? Or could they just share the story, even if it's small?
Do we have like a local Bethlehem cryptid? Can we invent one?
if we invent one, you know that is not going to be.
Butthole.
It's not going to be.
Immediately, right out the gate.
Bethlehem butthole. Yep.
We're sorry.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I don't speak for Justin. But there's so much stuff out here.
There is.
Think about how cool would it be? We have like a couple of Moravian graveyards that I'm always trying to get kicked out of.
Yes, a lot of those. There's stories of Moravians building things on top of Native American, graves and things like that.
All the colonizing all the important shit out here. But I feel like that's you could get some good cryptid lore. Think like Black Dog wandering around one of those Moravian cemeteries.
Yeah, for sure. But I know you all live in weird places that have weird stories, so submit them. Write to us. You can message us on social. You can send us an email. You know where we're at. You know how to find us. You know how to contact us. So do it. No Ouija board required. Just use your computer.
Although you do need, in order to contact me personally, you need a passenger pigeon. So. I don't know what that joke was. So I'm sorry.
Anyway, yet again, Jordan, you need to be here. We love you. We love you and miss you.
Please.
Recover quick because, yeah.
Because if I keep filling all this time with just my words, it's going to be fucking really stupid, dude. Please.
Oh, my stomach hurts from laughing. You might be one of the funniest people I know.
No,
you seriously are.
That cannot be true.
You seriously
that
are.
Cannot possibly be true.
Yes.
I'm working on my Tight 9, you guys. Someday you'll see me on television.
I don't doubt it. But anyway, there's so many yokai. Look them up. Very cool visuals, very cool stories.
Oh, do it. They're so much fun.
We literally just... This isn't even... I wouldn't even call this scraping the surface.
Yeah.
There are so many. We have to have a bunch of episodes on this. I tried to get Tommy to come on, but he didn't want to. I mean, he's working right now anyway, but he also didn't want to. But Tommy, I know you're listening because you're going to listen to this and tell me how we did.
Tommy.
You need to be on a podcast episode. So next time we do Yokai, maybe you need to come on and pick one yourself.
Yeah,
You know?
Tell us about your favorite son of the Yokai.
And there is a town, I believe, in Kyoto that has statues of yokai.
Oh,
not all of them, obviously, but famous ones, a good number of them. So next time we go to Japan, I think we got to go there and take a look.
Take pictures. The Casa Obuke is popular. I bet they have a statue of him.
Probably.
I would love. Maybe I'll just look it up. I don't know. I'll figure it out. We'll see it. I want to see it. I want to go to Japan.
I mean, you're really good at making you made all those horror figures and stuff. You could probably make one. It'd be freaking awesome.
That would be fun. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Paper mache.
Yeah.
I had. what was the idea I had? I was like, I could do a really tiny, a D&D kind of tabletop mini. I could get some of those little cocktail umbrellas.
Yes.
I could put. That would be fucking kind of cool.
That would be a good base to make. Yeah.
That would be fun.
That'd be really cool.
I'll find the time.
Okay, well, if you want one, message us.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all the time we have for today. Stay spooky.
We miss Jordan.
Yes.
And take care of your possessions or they will come back to lick your ankles.